Hello, hello. Welcome back. I know you've missed me. I have missed you. Today, we're having an amazing show. I have some amazing guests. Get ready, okay? Because we're talking about exclusive, open, and poly relationships. Listen.
Exciting.
Come on in.
Exciting.
Share the feed. You know how to do it. You know where to follow me. Just get in this room so we can talk about this poly life, exclusive life, and open life. Get ready. Welcome back to Shall You Proceed podcast. I'm your host, Erlene, aka Elise Main. I have 3 amazing guests with me today to kick off this particular show about exclusive, poly, and open relationships. I'm excited. I'm excited. So make sure you share the feed.
Share it.
But today, I have with me a returning guest, a returning friend, my sister, my fellow podcaster, my fellow blogger, Janae Strickland Nunn from Confession on the Red Couch.
Hey guys.
Hey guys.
Hi.
Like
How's
her
everybody
things.
doing? Like my things.
Share her things.
Share my things.
She's amazing.
Thank you.
Author, educator, blogger, wife,
Just
mommy, stepmommy, all those things.
yeah,
You're
all
amazing.
the
You're
things.
amazing.
Thank you.
And I also have with me today the voice of Houston.
The voice.
The voice that you hear at that quiet storm. The voice of KG. Motherfucking smooth. Okay. He's a radio personality. You know, he's a handsome gentleman. Yes. Has his own podcast called Conversations with KG. Smooth.
Okay.
The podcast. It's good stuff. Stuff. Amazing. Thank you for being here. I feel so special that you're here with me.
Thank you for inviting me.
You're welcome all the time. You're welcome all the time.
All this black girl magic energy that I'm feeling.
I have one more guest. He's going to be walking in at any moment, and we're gonna give him hell when he walks in, but that's okay.
All of it.
My boy Muqaddim Naseer, call him Mook, but he'll be here. But let's get started on this.
Yes.
Okay, so I am doing right now a relationship series, a series on all relationships. I've had friendships with men, women, divorced men and dating, divorced women and dating, all those wonderful things. The last show will be talking to married couples who've been married over 10 years and making it work. But, there's also that type of little gray, juicy area of relationships what's called exclusive and open and poly. And what I realized with all 3 of those things, the common thread is there's a foundation of some relationship between 2 people.
That's true.
And then it either evolves or you're opened up to something totally different.
Yes.
So exclusive, of course, is a mutual agreement between 2 people that neither one is romantically pursuing anyone else. Just you and I, you and me, we're doing this. We ride or die.
You and I, T.
You only have me. I only have you.
Yep.
Okay.
I was thinking you and I.
No, there it is.
Oh, hit that note. And then open is where you have established couple. See, we're a couple, and we both agree to share. We share ourselves with other people. That includes either one party shares or both are sharing, but we agree to be open in our relationship.
Right.
Okay. But we're a couple, we make an agreement to open it up to be sexually involved with other people separately.
Yes. Okay, that's
you
what I was
doing
going
your
to
thing,
you do
your thing, but it may be you only doing it, but we had the conversation saying that we're going to open it up and invite other people in some type of way.
So it's not exclusively just sexually. It can be emotional.
It can be, that's different.
Yeah.
I had a whole live about that. That's different. That's emotional cheating.
Right.
That's different. But when you have these things, there has to be some agreement. We're going to get into that.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay. Then the poly. I'm going to just basic poly people. Don't come at me with the whole
all this other stuff.
Basic poly is
poly.
You have a relationship and you practice desire intimate relations with other people more than your partner. So you already have a partner. And you have other relations with other people, and it's consent there's an agreement. We invite people into our bedroom together. Either you're separate or we're together sharing someone. Either I have more than one partner and I have more than one partner. You're part of my little triad or whatever it may be. Or we have our relationship. We have a girlfriend we add or a boyfriend, however you roll. Yeah. Poly means many.
Yes.
And so it's almost like open, but open means I may let you do what you want to do. I may not roll that way, but it's open, and I'm open to whatever possibilities may be. Poly is we're both indulging in this extra lifestyle together. Either we're sharing a girlfriend, or we may live in a household together and we share each other. And in some type of way, there's a benefit of we live together in the same unit. Yep. Financially, we're all helping each other. It can be that type of poly type of thing. Okay? Y'all got the definition?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
So many layers.
So many layers.
A lot of layers.
So many layers. So
lots of layers.
I made an Instagram post and I asked people, what are your thoughts on poly? And I want to give y'all these thoughts. Before we get going, though, I want to bring in our other guest, Mr. Mook. Come sit down.
Come on in. Come have a seat.
Come sit down. Come here. We live.
We live. Yep.
We live at 5.
We are live.
You have it, Mike? You can talk.
Oh, all right.
Okay, this is Mr. Muqaddim Naseer. We can call him Mook.
What's up, Mook?
I'm so glad you're here. This is
Hello.
great. This is great. So I just gave a definition of all poly, open, exclusive. You know the definitions of them? Do you want me to get? People come in late. They want you to go over stuff over. Yeah, I see how they go. Okay, I see how they go. I see. So, exclusive, mutual agreement. We're together. No one else is sharing us. It's you and I against the world. Open. We open it up to other people. You may want to see other people. I'm cool with it. I see people. You're cool with it. It's just an open thing. I may see no one else, but I'm open to whatever you want to do. It's an open relationship. But the foundation is we're a couple. Poly, we're either sharing someone, we're sharing multiple people, but we're both indulging in this type of relationship. But we're a couple. We may have a girlfriend. We may have a boyfriend. We may have a triad happening in our household. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Make sure you speak into the mic. Are we good?
Yeah.
Oh, my down. I'm like that. So
it's gonna be fun.
This is gonna be fun. So the reason why I wanted to have this show because it is something that people talk about now a lot about poly, and I feel people make their own term and rules of what poly really is, and they think a threesome is something of a I think we just people need to just it's a whole
threesome. That's just experience.
And we swing. Listen, it's not the same because all three of these things there's a basis of a relationship between two people, and they've come to an agreement on what their union will be. Either we're going to keep it exclusively with ourselves and no one else, or hey, hun, we've been married for a while. I'm bored. You bored. How do you feel about let's try and we open up. Well, you know what, babe, I want you happy. If you want to see people sexually, not emotionally, then sexually, go right ahead.
It's not a whole nother relationship.
And hey, I want to date people, you want to date people, and I come back home to you. We've made that agreement. Poly, hey, we need somebody extra in our lifestyle. We need someone extra in our life, and we're going to share that person. Or we're going to move someone in. Or we may be a couple sharing a couple where that's a whole swapping situation. But either way it go, there's more than one person sharing this relationship. But it's still a relationship. It's still an agreement.
It is.
Right? I think the muddiness of it is people want this lifestyle of poly, but they're not willing to share. Like, I want the benefit of... I think some men, they want, that sounds hot. That sounds great. But if you think about in history and how people have multiple wives, you can only have what you can afford to take care of.
That's true. Yeah.
Right?
And that too.
This new poly is we all working together taking care of this household. Not the whole sister wives. That's something totally different. They're not sharing each other.
Yeah.
He's a husband with multiple wives.
Yeah.
So he had to take care of those multiple wives. And
new
poly,
thing
we're
is-
working together in this unit as a village, taking care of each other. You look real frustrated. But and then exclusive, of course, is just you and I, no one else. We're not doing anything like that. Open is do what you want, I do what I want,
and we
come back
we
together.
always come back
We ain't got to
home
hear
together.
about it, but you're doing your thing. I think that a lot of people have taken the idea of poly and mixed it with either lifestyle people, swinging people.
Yeah.
That's not the same thing.
Yeah.
That's more of an open relationship
It
in a
is.
way, in my opinion. But one person said that, poly is like that's big dick talk. You gotta be rich on a level. That only works when you everyone's on the same level.
Everybody
everyone's
has
vibing.
to be on the same page.
If it can work, if all parties are not selfish and on board, which is true, and on open, it's only open if no feelings get involved. You can't let feelings get involved with open relationships, and it only really works.
Well, good luck with that.
If and I think they say if you do open, then there's no love left, and I don't think that's true. I just think the relationship has evolved to something totally
into
different.
something different.
So what are y'all's thoughts on exclusive? Do you think that is going away? Do you think that dynamic of being with one person, monogamously with one person, is disappearing in society, or it's just, I don't know. What do you think about it?
I mean, I don't personally, I don't think it is. And I'm not just saying that because I'm married. But I think, people, the idea is still there to be with one person for the rest of their lives. Because, we can think about the poly thing and the open thing. But even with the open relationship, you still come back to one another. You still come back to one another. And, I guess I think about with age, like everything ain't going to work the same as you get older. Sex drive goes away, things start to drop. And you have to start thinking about when I think about exclusive and marriage and stuff, I think it's beyond like the whole sexual attraction, the whole, all of that. Like it's beyond that. It's you're being with somebody for the rest of your life and you are vowing to take care of one another. Like, and that's it. Like, if something happens to you, and we can't have sex anymore, I'm still here for you because I love you, and vice versa. So I guess that's just my thoughts on exclusivity, and I don't think it'll go away.
I don't think it's going anywhere. I think people still want to be with that one person. I mean, we're supposed to be, coupled up. I mean, there's two of everything.
Right.
So I think people still want that. Now, once they go further down the line in their relationship and they want to mix things up, then comes possibly the others like the open and the poly. But I think people still want that one-on-one.
Mr. Mook.
To be honest with you, most exclusive relationships, even though they're based in monogamy, you have the moments where you actually go step outside. I've seen it many a times. Even with my own family. I mean, we all have seen it. You've got family members who, they've been married 60 plus years, 30 plus years, 40, 50, 70 plus years, but they've always had that one incident where, dad got that side kid, uncle got 3 or 4 side kids.
Oh, yeah, those family secrets.
Yeah, you got them family secrets, but you have to be mature enough to understand that the reason why those people stayed together was because of a commitment. You have to stand. If you don't stand for something, you're gonna fall for anything. And that's where that poly and all that. You can call it what you want, but at the end of the day, your soul knows what it is. So.
I mean, you gotta go deep on it like that.
Yeah, that whole your
he
soul
said your soul.
knows.
I think the difference is though. I think the difference with that would be no one knew until after the fact.
No, I think people knew.
No, what I mean is, but it's a different generation of
I get what
walking
you're
away
saying.
when you can. We have the luxury now of having ownership to walk away. Like, oh, you want to step out on me and have a whole baby in these streets? Yeah, I'm walking away.
Yeah.
There wasn't an agreement. I think when it gets to, I fully believe, who I am now in my 40s is not who I was in my 20s. What was a hard no in my 20s became a maybe in my 30s, and now I'm like.
Yeah.
I mean, okay. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
because
Right.
as you mature and go through
Right.
relationships and see relationships and see
Yeah,
dynamics,
that's true.
you realize that I fully believe there are no rules to live by when it comes to relationships. You have to make your own in your own
and
unit.
That's true too. Yeah.
And what works for you works for you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you have to answer to anyone unless you bring people in your business. Then you have to answer people to your business, right? But if we have an understanding of what's going to work, like right now at 42, Jesus. At 42,
Nah, you are blessed. You
Yeah,
blessed. That's a blessing, girl.
I haven't said it aloud in a long time.
That's a blessing.
okay.
It
I
is
get
a
that.
blessing.
I've been saying
I'm like
40-ish, so scratch that. I think now where cheating may not be a hard, we're over with, because I know from maturity and living life that there's reasons why people cheat. Like what brought us here?
Yeah.
And I also know everything's not one-sided. I'm not saying that I push you to cheat, but what did you feel was lacking that didn't communicate? Whatever it is, so I know that's not a hard no. So I'm at the point in my life where if I'm with someone for a long period of time, you can come to me and say, babe, let's talk about our relationship, and we're not where we were 5 years ago.
Yeah.
This is we either got real comfortable, complacent, whatever it is.
Happened,
So what do we need to add? And there may be, and this is my issue also, I'm all over the place. Many of us have these appetites and we suppress them once we get in a relationship or we get married.
Talk about it.
So I've never understood why sex is important.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
It may not be the end all be all,
It's not
but
the end all be all,
that
but it is
physical
important to
connection,
It's in the top 5.
that physical connection,
I'll give
what
you that.
With your
opens
partner.
up when it comes to sex, when you're comfortable and you love someone, what opens up, you need that. We
Right.
all need intimate touch in some type of
That's
way.
true.
And we all have to be touched in a certain way.
That's true.
And our
That's
appetites are
true.
different. What we like may be different than what you like. I have never understood getting with someone and the appetites are different.
But that's where communication comes in.
Even
That
if you can,
too.
and if the communication's a hard no on what you like, you may have to really think. Then you have to say, "Is this something I can live without?"
Yeah.
I mean, if it's not like something that's life threatening, like your partner just pops up one day, it's like, hey, I'm in the whips and chains. Let me tie you up and beat you with this whip.
That's where
It
safe
may say,
words-
"Okay, let's not do
Safe words.
chains,
That's where safe
and let's
words
not do
come
whip.
in.
Let's do
silk
something different.
ties.
Let's you know."
But you
know.
understand what I'm saying.
I get
though.
what
It's
you're
like-
saying, like that hard, like this is what I want, instead of
it's
like
like-
introducing, like, hey,
But we have to feel
I
comfortable to
like
have those
this.
conversations. Though.
So
Yeah.
where are
And
we? Are we initially into the relationship, or are we in the middle? Like
I
we've
think-
had some time.
I
but
think
where are we with this?
with what I'm
From
talking
No, I
my-
get
Yeah.
you.
my point
Yeah.
of view.
I mean, with the communication,
When would be the proper
Yeah.
time to bring that up? Is what you're saying?
it needs to, before you step into "I'm only with you."
That is true.
We're
These are
adults.
the
We're
things that I
adults.
like.
I'm not
Yeah.
saying on the first conversation, "Tell me what you like." That's
Right,
ridiculous.
right, right.
Yeah.
But we're
But
having
you
a
know.
conversation.
Yeah.
Because of the sexual energy.
Yeah.
And let's have a
Yeah,
conversation.
let's have a conversation.
And don't lie
about
about what you like.
that too.
Yes.
Because that's where it comes into, oh, now you want to be open.
Mm-hmm.
Now you want to ask some people.
Mm-hmm.
You should have said that.
But it
from
could have
the
been
get-go.
shame though. But it could have been that
And
whole
that's-
shame,
shame,
and
shame.
being
And
like,
then
oh,
over-
like they're
over
gonna judge
time
me,
it
or
started-
if I
yeah.
say this, I
Yeah.
may turn them off, and this may not go anywhere. So there
Yeah.
may be some discretion on that part. You just don't want to
And
jump out the window.
And like my
Right.
friend Kris was saying on my watch party, he says, "Is it realistic or fair to ask one person to meet all your needs over a lifetime?"
No,
And it's not.
It
No.
is not.
Not.
You cannot
I
put that on one.
Yeah, I was
person.
gonna say I do
No,
feel
it's-
like if you're gonna be with one person, you should be whole before you get
Before
with
you-
that
Come
person.
on, talk
Absolutely.
about
So
that.
you should know,
part.
like, you know what needs that you can meet yourself and what needs your partner needs to make. Like, I don't think it's fair to put that all on one person.
It's not.
And I think Will Smith said it. You should never depend on your partner to make you happy.
Exactly.
Like, at some point, and you have to know what makes you happy, and you have to make yourself happy.
But
And-
this is what Western culture did to us.
Yeah.
Facts.
This is
Yeah.
what Western
Yeah, that's
culture
true.
What-
did
what-
to
Yes,
us.
that's
was
true.
us,
That
the
there
society
is
has
one
embedded to us.
person for you that is going to
Yeah.
fulfill all of that.
Yeah.
And we
That's a
took
fairy
that
tale.
And we ran
We
with
ran
it.
with it.
That's
and
a
you know
fairy
that's
tale.
not
Fairy
real.
tale.
That's
No,
not
it's not
realistic.
real.
That's
It's
not
not.
realistic.
If
That's
you
not realistic.
exactly.
But that also goes into allowing your partner to have their own space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you shouldn't hold someone and cage them into only being around you and being.
That's true.
I'm not
With
saying
you.
that it has to be sexual, but you do need other intimacies. You do need other
you do
outlets.
Need friends. You
Because
need
one
friends.
person
you
can't
need other
feed
people
everything.
to talk to.
Yeah.
Because I can't, like with my husband, I'm not the homeboy. You know, I know I'm cool. You get what I'm saying? But I'm not a man. So I can't, you know, there's certain things a man can tell him that I don't.
But
he is your friend, though.
Yeah, he is my friend,
Yeah.
but also he has other female friends. So what do I look like telling him, you can't talk to them either? Like, that's not fair.
I think
Were they there before you?
Yeah, if they were there before me, there's no way
I think
could be like,
it's to be realistic. I mean, we do need other energies in our lives, and it's unfair to restrict your partner or restrict yourself to please someone else. What I mean by that is, if you know you have things that you like and desire in life, be open and be willing to take that person walking away, because
That's
you
right.
know
Yeah.
you know what you want, because the older we get, we know what we want, and we're setting our ways.
Yeah.
And I feel that that's where the confusion comes in with these open and poly relationships, that there wasn't something going on communicated earlier on,
That's true.
or someone shifted and acted
That's
like they
true.
like something,
Yeah,
and
and
they don't like it anymore.
Yeah.
Now, if we walk into this together and we both in this, I like it open, you like it open, then there's no stress.
Yeah.
I've seen more people go into these lifestyles now after the fact and have more jealousy and frustration.
Yes.
It's like, because you weren't built for this.
Yeah.
That's not what you
Because
wanted
you're really
in
trying to
life.
please somebody
Yeah.
else's need that wasn't yours in the begin with.
Yeah.
Facts.
So
Facts.
don't walk into this later on unless you
Yeah.
really are who you are. To me,
Truth.
if this is who you are right now and you want to have a companion, but you also want other outlets, you have to say those things. It takes a strong man and woman to agree, like, okay, that's how, and be good with yourself and know that they'll come back.
Emotionally secure.
You gotta be emotionally secure.
But
And
also
Mook,
this.
that is
yeah,
it. That's it. Point
yeah.
blank
Be
and the
emotionally
period.
secure.
Emotionally secure, because if at any drop of the dime, if they stay, if they
You
laying
never
up too
know. Or
late,
you can
a
be-
minute longer laying up after you done
Yes.
bust, it's gonna be.
No, you're right. It's gonna be
know,
some
that's gonna be
issues.
some,
but that's true.
It's gonna be some issues.
That is true.
I think it's funny. We're talking about this in the show Insecure.
Yeah,
If you
one of
watched
my
Insecure,
favorites.
yeah, where Molly had that relationship with her best friend. Her best friend was married, and they went
Yes.
into, she found out they had an open marriage, and she was like, bet, okay, and so she was like, I feel bad about this, but I kind of don't. But what came up with,
She kept getting the short end
Yeah,
of the
she
stick.
kept
When she
getting on
needed him
short.
emotionally,
And then when-
he's going
yeah.
to his wife.
yeah, and then when
And
she
she's
tried to
left.
set boundaries, he didn't like,
didn't
the,
like the
boundaries
boundaries.
that she was trying to set for herself to protect herself. So I think that's where a lot of things, because he was still thinking, oh, we could kick it as home, we could still kick it as best friends, and she
No.
like, nah, because we can't,
Because feelings get involved.
Yeah,
and,
feelings get
and so when it
involved.
comes to the open stuff, with that whole transference of energy, when you do have amazing sex with, a stranger or somebody that y'all done open in, like, that can latch on and that can change that other person, because you
change
are
the dynamics
spiritually
completely.
of
changing.
the core of that
know,
the core.
Like, you literally have
yeah.
a piece of a person.
Yeah.
A lot of people
I am
really
literally
think that
inside of
condoms
you.
stop sexual transfer, like the
No.
spiritual energy. That doesn't
No.
change. That doesn't
Does
stop
not
that
change.
spiritual energy. That
It does.
still
Doesn't
transfers.
change.
Yeah.
So it's
So-
safe to say that none of you would do open or a poly.
No, I'm not open to
so
that.
I don't-
I don't think I'm emotionally stable.
No,
Yeah,
I have
Yeah.
a pretty good. I read a lot of books. So one of the books I like I picked up was Emotional Intelligence, and you have to literally understand yourself. Once you become secure in yourself,
in yourself.
Yeah.
then you can you can understand exactly how you act and why you act that way. You have to actually have these conversations with yourself.
That's
Absolutely.
true. That's true.
Sexually, I'm good. It's the emotional part that I'm.
And you have to get your emotional intelligence up to par.
Yeah.
I
That's
feel you,
the-
but I don't think, and let's be honest, I'm gonna, men are okay with it when they get to be the open part. They're like, oh shoot, I get some new. All right, bet. But let their wives be like, hey baby, I feel like we should open up the relationship because you're not really meeting
Because when they
I
hear you open
need-
it, they're thinking, "Oh, we're gonna add another chick."
Yeah, they
it's
think
like
it's like
No.
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 Because I'm not into that. I want another dude. Like I need.
And then it's
some
all
more
all
masculine
bets are off.
energy.
World War III going
And then
on.
it's like, well, what you mean? No. Relax,
Yeah.
chill out.
Watch
Because
your
I
tone.
didn't say nothing
Watch
when
your
you stepped
tone.
out. When
Facts.
you stepped out, I didn't say nothing. You know, we had a conversation, but I'm coming to you like a woman. Hey, look, I need something different.
And that's a hard conversation to have, I think. And
It
the sad
is.
thing is not feeling comfortable enough to have those conversations.
That is a good that's
Yeah.
facts right
And
there.
Because you're
that's-
scared
and-
that he's going to act out.
Or, as a woman, expressing to someone your desires, because as open and as liberal people want it to be, men still have a real
yeah.
old-fashioned view of women. Some of
Yeah.
us do, some of y'all do, when it comes to, because you'll date the freak, you'll date the one who has,
But you ain't gonna wife her.
but all of a sudden because she know too much or she does too much, a lot of I have
You want the virginal
known so
freak.
many men.
What is a virginal?
I
Exactly.
have met so many
Exactly.
men friends who
Exactly. That's
are
the
with
issue.
these
Hold
women
on.
that I know how they are. I know how they roll.
You
And,
know what
and
they
I've
like.
known how they roll for years.
And then you see what they get with
and
it,
I'm
you
like,
wait a
You
second.
did not see.
That's
I
not.
know.
You ain't see these red flags, bro?
I know.
I know you
but they
don't
don't
like that.
They I can teach. I'm telling you right now, she ain't gonna learn.
Certain people, like,
you can't change.
You can't teach and you
Because
can't
we're gonna
change.
lie to you and
Definitely
tell
not
you,
in the
oh, we'll
business of
do it, and
changing
then when
nobody.
when we lock you in, we ain't doing it. Some of us do that. Some women do the whole
But
go
some of-
along until they get the man, and then once we get the man, all of a sudden, I'm not doing any of that.
Yeah.
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 I guess like Betty Wright said, I guess having a piece of a man is better than having no man at all.
Hey,
type of
My
philosophy.
grandmother used to say that. No,
I'm good.
but
That's
no,
that-
I don't
no,
want no
I'm
piece of a
What
man.
you said? That's that old.
My
I
grandma
know.
said the
Look,
opposite.
most women that I know don't even like sharing their men. So you not finna just get a piece of a man. They want the whole shebang.
Some
many
women do,
sharing
though.
these men. I
But
know
yeah,
that.
some women
Some
do.
women share men because
And
they
know it
just feel like,
willingly.
willingly. Like,
Society already tells you right now there's more women than men, so you're gonna have to share.
Well, that
That's
is
true.
true. It's
So-
7-3 right now.
Don't
Is
do
that
it
the
with
new
me.
ratio?
7-3.
Wow.
Let me tell you
That's
something.
you
why.
have
But
that.
you gotta understand something. There's seven women for every 3 men. So, them 7 women have to choose between
Between the three.
a very slim 3 men because one of them men is straight, and then
One
the
of
other
them is
the
on
other
the
2
DL.
doing what they want to do.
One is gay and one is.
But see,
probably
and that
secretly
goes
sleeping with
into,
me.
but this also goes into what we're talking about on relationships. Like most women don't want to be with a bisexual man, and that's hard.
That's that whole.
And
double
that's hard
standard.
too. Like that's
Wow.
hard too. Like because we don't see it as being bisexual. We see it, oh, he's gay,
Right.
but he's not gay. He's
But when a
bisexual.
woman is with when men see women with other women,
Mhm.
for some it's sexy, it's great, it's
it's
beautiful
wonderful.
And
Yeah.
accepted.
and accepted.
And
but I
accepted.
think the bisexualness, when it comes down to it, would be the safety,
Yeah.
because so many men feel shame for having those feelings
Come on, E.
that
Mm-hmm.
when they engage, if you stop to put on protection,
Yeah.
you thought about it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
So now when you thought about
Now
it,
you
If you
thought
thought
about
about
it.
but if you just go with the
If you
roll, you just roll
if you
with
just
it.
Go with what it is.
Oh, it
and it's
just
like,
happened.
No, but if you put thought into it, that means you
You know.
did more than just
That
think
is so.
about it.
That this.
So
This is a
Yeah.
conversation that I was having this past summer
Mm-hmm.
with some early 30-year-olds. We had just watched that Black Mirror episode called
Oh yeah, the one with the video
Striking
game.
Viper.
that
the
was
video game
phenomenal,
one.
wasn't it?
That,
I ain't
That
talk
one?
about, talk about a mind
Let me
fuck,
tell
a
you.
literal
Let me tell you
mind-
something.
And the fact that they're
Mind
black, that they use black guys,
Yes.
and then they're Asian in the video
Yes,
game.
the
So
mind fuck.
after
It's
that
just like-
episode, a literal mind fuck.
Yeah.
I'll
After
watch
that
it after I
episode,
leave here.
You have to
Prepare
Bruh.
yourself. Prepare yourself.
like
Bruh.
just prepare yourself for it because you'll be like, wait, what? It's-
So as we're watching this, like my coworker, he was just like, "Okay, KG, just have an open mind. Like have an open mind about it."
Yeah.
So we get into it. I was like, "Man." So after the episode, we're having the conversation, and my coworker was like, "Well, yeah, to your point, E, you women, y'all don't make it easy. If a
That
man
is
was
true.
to
That is
do that,
true.
like y'all shame him and dog him, and he's gay and this so bad. But on the other hand, you got that double standard where
Yep.
it's cool for y'all. So y'all don't even
true.
make it comfortable for a man to even think about coming to you to talk about my sexual experiences. Goes back to that Insecure episode where Molly had the guy,
the other guy.
And he asked him.
She asked him, "Have you ever had that?"
And he was like, "Well, yeah, after a drunk night, a dude sucked me off."
And she was
it
like,
wasn't my
done.
thing. Like I was one of the, and she was done. And he was like, "Well, wait a minute.
And he was
you
a
had an
good guy.
experience,
Yeah,
and I had an experience one time, and I'm done."
But
like,
I don't really
fair.
think it's. I know women. We do make it hard for men to come to us and be open and honest because we. But I think men make it. I think society makes it hard for men on a whole to be open about that part of sexuality. You know, men will embrace a bisexual woman in a heartbeat, like, oh man, that's hot, that's sexy. But on the flip of it, you get it on both sides of, oh, he's gay, whatever, and then on top of that, belittling the man in conversation, and belittling him in arguments, and belittling him in other things.
Yeah, like throwing.
You don't want to talk to us
about
anything. Yeah, that's why I think when these relationships pop up, exclusive and open and poly, when you think about poly, people don't want to really think about the mixing of it and how it can really be mixed up. They only think of that man and his wife and multiple girlfriends. There's more going on than that sometimes.
Can we delve into that?
Because
that's an interesting
we can dig into it. Go
dynamic.
Ahead.
Yeah,
just
let me get my
to have the. So I'm wondering, are there? Is it more than 3? Like
you can have more than 3.
You can have more than 3. There was
the 3 is a triad. So
if you watch on Facebook or sometime, like they'll have like Vice episodes from the Vice channel, and they talk about like, and there's women on there and there's like, yes, I'm in a poly relationship, and like her boyfriend will move in it with her. One boyfriend will move in with her and her other boyfriend, and they just.
But they're not sharing. They're sharing her.
Yeah.
But they're not sharing
each other. Yeah, they're sharing.
So I think it's called like a triad, and then you have either one man with 2 women, and it's called. I think it's with a woman with more than one man. It's called poly something different. But the acceptance of the idea that they may be all sharing each other, people don't want to think about that.
No, they don't.
Now, so what about on the social aspect of it? I believe you mentioned earlier that everybody's on the same level, like meet me or beat me. Everybody's making the same amount of money or more.
I think in some households where you have them all living together, they're all contributing. Like everyone is working to make this life work. It's not all on one person.
Yeah.
So we're all living together as one unit, contributing to this household as a unit.
Okay.
So that's the whole. We're all in this together.
Like a mini village.
Like a mini village. Like so not sister wives where it's one husband trying to live between multiple houses.
And take care of everybody.
No, it's we're all living together in this lifestyle.
That seems taxing. That's too much.
Yeah,
I don't have the energy.
That seems emotionally and physically taxing.
I don't have the energy. Sister wives.
Sister wives.
Oh yeah, I can.
Because there was jealousy there too.
It was.
Yeah.
There's a lot of. I remember watching that show. There's a lot of jealousy.
They weren't spending enough time.
And that's the thing that kind of goes into my mind with open and possibly poly with that, but now I understand the difference.
But to me, poly is much more relationship based as exclusive. To me, those two are more hand in hand than open. Open is where you do whatever you want to do.
Yeah, on the side, and then you come back home.
Yeah, you come back home.
Yeah.
There really shouldn't be any emotional attachment to what you're doing. Just like in the Black Mirror episode where she had that one day a year.
Right.
She did her thing. They had an open relationship.
Yeah. Right.
That was open relationship. And their agreement was once a year you do this thing.
You do this.
That was open. That's their open. That's their agreement. You need to watch it.
You really need to watch it.
Because
like literally you will watch it and be like,
when you watch it, let me take this quick step. When you watch it, think about this is and this goes into what we're talking about. Think about the dynamic when they were just dating and what was openly shown, what I like and what I don't like.
Yeah.
And how it went to monotonous bullshit.
Yeah.
And how they easily could be strayed because they just caged themselves into this dynamic, that really wasn't who they were. It's not who they are, and they lost themselves in their relationship. Rachel, who's on our live, says poly is not necessarily relationship based. It doesn't have to be, but to me, when I think of poly, by definition, if I'm not in a relationship, I'm just dating, having an open relationship.
I'm just having.
If I'm with someone and I have other people, but you're my main person, but I have additions to that. To me, that's what poly means.
Yeah.
To me, anything else is just I'm dating multiple people.
I'm dating multiple people, yeah.
I'm just dating multiple people. So
why would you want to get in a relationship if you want to
date multiple people? You might as well just stay single.
Just stay single.
Right.
That would actually like lessen any unnecessary problems that would occur.
I kind of feel you on that because I think to me, yeah,
somebody is gonna catch emotions. It does not matter how tough you may think you are. Somebody's gonna catch emotions.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna get jealous. Somebody's gonna feel insecure.
Somebody's
gonna end up on Snap.
That's what I thought in poly. I thought it was loving relationships that you like. It was still, even though it's a village, like it's still a loving relationship
because you have a commitment to each person you're involved with.
So I still thought it was still like a loving, like that's what polyamorous means. Like, you love everybody who you're in a relationship with, and you love them.
I'm open to that theory. I mean, to me, it just sounds like
you
more
are
security.
Not emotionally ready for that, though.
I am. I can honestly.
You already said
I'm not ready for that.
Because as a woman in a poly relationship, I can have a man or a woman and not look that crazy.
Yeah.
I can have all of you.
Yeah.
And I'm the main person. We're together, and I've included these two. They're for me.
In this society, in this society, I don't think it really matters anymore. Western society has evolved up to this point, like with everything that's transpired within the last 40 years, like has come to where it is right now. This, if you want to call it the apex right now, or apex. You can pretty much do, like, they've pretty much groomed you, or they've groomed the people who live in this Western society to believe that you can actually do whatever you feel like you want to do.
That is true.
Without any consequences or repercussions. But if you are mature enough in your mind, you understand that everything comes with consequences and repercussions.
That's true.
But I also believe, though, and this is what two of my life people were saying, which is true, poly, reference to meaning of love. I fully believe you can love more than one person.
Yes, you
and I think where the poly comes, that's why I think poly and exclusive to me are more close than open.
Yeah.
Because I'm committed to each one of you in a different type of way.
Yeah.
Right.
Because when you meet me at 25 and fall in love with me, I'm a different woman at 35
That's
or 40.
True.
Right.
And so when you meet me at 40, you're meeting a different woman.
Yeah,
so you're loving the woman at 40 and you love the woman at 25.
That's true.
And some have not grown with each other. So it's like, okay, I can give you who you met then, but I'm going to give you who you're meeting right now.
Right.
And I love you equally. I do feel that you can love more than one person. You have to choose, though, to make it where you only be with one person.
Yeah.
Well,
I think it'd be really easy to be with more than one person.
People really abuse that word nowadays, too, because a lot of times you say you love food. Right. I love skydiving.
Yeah.
I love
Man, I want to do that for
I
my
love
birthday this
I
year.
love bungee cord jumping. I love scuba diving. I love all these extracurricular activities. You use the word love so much that when you actually want to apply it to something that's meaningful, it's lost its meaning. So sometimes you literally have to go back and look at what that word means, because even though, your brain, if you break down the word love and you understand the scientific, meaning behind it, dopamine, hypothalamus gland, love.
Yeah.
Right? But it's more than that.
Yeah.
And you have to respect that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
And once you learn to respect that, then you can, use it in a more proper manner than just I love McDonald's, which I do not do. I think it's the devil, and that's on the record.
So to my question, I always ask celebrities when I'm interviewing them, because everybody has a different answer. What is love?
That is a good question.
That's a very good question. I feel like, for me, I feel like love is an action. It's a verb. Like, I really truly believe
I agree with that.
Love is a verb. We, like you said, love is, that word is abused so much, but people can show you they love you with their actions. And you can show other people you love them with their actions. That's where love languages come along. Once somebody knows how you love, the actions that are involved,
love language.
The actions that are involved to show you that they love you, then I think that's what love is to me. It's always been an action to me. It's never been like, because lip service is lip service.
Facts.
Lip service, lip service is lip service.
You can say what you want to say.
I'm from I tell people
but
all
when
the
you
time.
do something, you're going to prove it.
I was born in a show me state.
Yeah.
You got to show
Facts.
me. And when it comes to love, you have to show me. Your actions have to line up with
words, talk is cheap. And action speaks a lot. For me, love is hard to define because I've only been in love like once.
Really?
Because I
you.
haven't allowed myself to fall into that. And because I know if I fall into it, what goes away is the condition. What goes away is the questioning because you're accepting. Like I know I fully was in love with my mom and dad, no matter what they did.
Yeah.
That's full in love.
Yeah.
With my niece and nephew. I'm fully in love with them because that's unconditional. And to me, love shouldn't have a condition, and we tend to add conditions onto love. I'll love you if
I love you.
So that's not love to me.
No.
To me, love is
that's an agreement. That's a compromise.
There it is.
To
right
me,
there.
love is you know what? I love you for everything that you've given me, and you've shown me. I love you for who you are, and I accept you for who you are. And my love for you will either help you grow into someone bigger and better, and it'll help me grow into something bigger and better. So that to me is what love is.
But how do you apply all that what you just said? How we all said about love actually is love is an action, love is all this. How can you apply that to the terminology of polyamorous relationships? Because that right there, if you are in a relationship, no matter how you want to define that relationship, there will be a moment where you will produce some type of love.
But I think a person who's in a poly relationship will never be able to be within a monogamous relationship because they truly are able to love more than one person. Or they are not able to show one person all those sides of themselves. Because I really believe we are different with each person we interact with.
Yeah.
This is true.
And each person brings something different out of you.
Yeah,
I love you because you bring this out of me, but I love you because you bring this out of me. And I love you because you bring this out of me.
I think you get in relationships though because you love the way that person brings all those qualities out of you.
I think sometimes we're jaded at the beginning that you think they're bringing them all out of you and they're not. Because we lie to ourselves at the beginning.
Yeah.
You should never lie to
Because
yourself.
it's new.
Well, I mean that's real mature of you.
I can't. I was gonna say
if you lie to yourself, you lie to others.
Yeah, because there's no way when I found out I fell in love with my husband, it scared the shit out of me.
And it's scary.
And not like no joke, no lie.
Yeah.
Because like you said, all of those guards that I had were just down. All my walls, all my insecurities.
Yes. Yeah.
Like I took them all and I was like, I'm really about to get this man all of this.
Yeah. And that's scary.
You know what
it's
I'm
like
saying?
taking your heart out your chest and putting it on a platter.
That's scary.
So what's scary about it? Is it the other side of the coin that may happen on the other side that makes it scary?
Once you have given, and you have given that to someone, like here you go, because I am in love with you.
I literally give
you have now opened up for the hurt and disappointment that may come because you know it may come.
Because you know it's going to come. Because
so now fear has entered your heart.
One person.
So love is gone and now you're
flawed,
fearful.
Right?
Yeah.
That person is flawed.
Nobody's perfect.
Nobody's perfect.
Everybody's going to make a mistake.
I knew I was in love because I was able to be my total, true, raw self. Like nothing was ever looked at crazy. There was no judgment. And I was like, this is what this feels like.
Yeah.
I said, okay, because I haven't not done that before. But I was willing to do that. I was at a place in my life where I was willing to give that. Before I was not. And I was willing to give that. And I know with that came the hurt.
Yeah.
But I'm at a point in my life where I know that I'd rather be hurt by being in love than being hurt by somebody I don't give a damn about.
That's true. And that's
so that's
true
what
right
I'm willing
there.
to accept. I'm willing to, that's to me took growth for me to say, I'd rather be in love and know that I love truly. I was hurt, but.
Right. It's part of the process.
Yeah.
Acceptance.
It's part of the process, and
that's growth.
It's a painful process.
It is
gruesome.
But it's a process necessary for the growth of your soul because you literally have to. if you're gonna actually fall in love with somebody, and I rarely, when I'm in a relationship, I don't say that until I really know for sure. Like I have to know for sure, because we both Leos, so. We don't have walls. What? We got fortresses.
Yes, it is built up.
Not as bad as Capricorn.
And what I'm not gonna do is say I love you because you said you love me. No, because that's not gonna happen.
Not at all. Look. If I'm not feeling it, I'm gonna look at you crazy when you say it too.
Yeah. Thank you. That's amazing.
What's wrong with you?
Thank you.
Why you like me?
What you love about me?
What do you love about me?
Yeah.
Are you in love with the feeling of love that you have in your mind that you designed around this moment?
Right. This one moment.
So now think of somebody who is, kind of a public figure, and they have this, name, and, wants that, but don't know what. Do you really want me for me?
Yeah, or
like,
me for
Kris Green, or do you want
me for
this person who you hear and
because
see on TV
many
because
times
of all of the things that come with it?
People fall in love, fall in infatuation with.
You gotta have a conversation,
right?
But people can sell that game real.
You can
sell.
Look. You can sell all the game you want, but guess what? Ain't nobody buying wolf tickets.
No. I don't like.
Definitely not.
If you meet me, SKG Smooth from Magic 102 and 97.9 The Box. 9.5 times out of 10, I'm not going to mess with you romantically or seek that out because I don't know. Now, if you just meet me as Kris Green out somewhere, definitely way more open than that.
Yeah.
Then, because you never know.
Well, you don't, even when you get in a relationship. All right, when I was married, you never know, bro. You never know who you getting involved with. You never know a person truly, intimately or otherwise. You got to understand that person was born way a different time than you. They grew up differently, whether they were raised right or you don't know. Even if they were raised right, you still don't know.
You don't know, and what raised right
these
to
are
you
things that
right
these are things that you find out along that journey.
You do.
And then
one thing that I have realized, you really don't know a person until you live with them.
Oh, my God.
And then a whole lot of truth come out.
My God.
Look, not truth.
My God.
You have substantiated facts.
You have facts.
Okay.
Sorry. I don't know if we sorry, my bad.
Yeah, we sidetracked, but it was some real conversation.
My bad.
Let me tell you something.
My bad.
These folks are lying in these streets about who they are. On a regular basis.
Yes.
This is so fun.
So all of us agree on exclusive. I feel that poly and exclusive are hand in hand. Is all based on relationships. I think that people are really jaded and not really sure what these things mean, and they make their own rules when it's all based in love. Open is not based in love.
No, that's based.
That's just based on
being a heathen.
Yeah.
But to me, poly, that's the definition of it. Poly is based on multiple love, and doesn't mean that we're all sharing. It could be just one person loving more than one person. Yeah. But it takes the one loving that person to be strong in themselves.
Strong enough to be like, that's who
I love you enough to let you go for that moment to do those things.
Poly has nothing to do with sex. It's about love.
It's about love. It's about love. But sex is good. But it's about love.
It's great.
Sex is necessary.
I can't sing, but let me stop.
Sex with me so
amazing. Hey. But I want to say we have to do this again.
Yes.
We need to do this show again.
Yes.
And I want to.
Yeah, I'll be.
No. We're gonna do this again. Do this
Yeah.
again. I want to say thank you so much because I know you have to get going. I want to say thank y'all so much for coming. This was fun.
This was great.
I think it was all over the place, but not really all over the place. I think we
had
a good
conversation.
Brought it all back.
It was a great balance.
So, Janae,
yes,
Strictly None.
Yes.
Please tell everyone where to find you, where to follow you.
Guys, you can find me on all platforms at Confessions from a Red Couch. The website is confessionsfromaredcouch.com. It is a one-stop shop for everything, for the merch. If you like the shirt, thicker than a Snicker, because that's me. You can get one from the merch site along with other things. You can listen to the podcast on confessionsfromaredcouch.com. If you want to be on the show, hit me up at theconfessionsfromaredcouch@gmail.com because I will have these lovely people on here too. But I'm just excited. I'm so excited. Like, y'all need to be on my show.
Mr. Moog, I'm gonna have you go. Mr. Moog, where can we find you?
You can find me on Facebook. That's it.
On Facebook.
And he's been on there a lot lately, dropping gems. I'm proud of you.
I look for my people, for this melanated people, because I don't really like using the word black, because that's what the Dutch. I'm gonna drop a gem on you right now. That's what the Dutch used to classify the melanated people in this country as property. That's what I don't say the word black.
Melanated.
You are not a crayon. Your mother was not a crayon box.
Truth.
Therefore, you are not black. You are melanated.
Truth.
So with that, yeah, I'm on Facebook. Period. I don't be on all this social media stuff like that. You want some knowledge? Hit my page up. Other than that, if you see me in the streets, I dab you up.
You're adorable. Mr. KG Smooth.
Yes,
Tell them where they can find you. What's going on with you?
Well, find me tonight on Magic 102.1, 901 for Magic After Dark, The Quiet Storm. But you can follow me on social media at KG Smooth, my podcast, Conversations with KG, the podcast, available on all platforms.
It's really good. It's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you. And so is this. I'm a fan, and I want to and I'm going to work something out to have you all on the Quiet Storm to talk. We can talk this talk. I got to get that approval, because this was amazing, and I think that we can
go further with it.
Yeah,
we can go further with it. It was good. It was good.
I did enjoy it.
I like having real conversations. That's what I'm about.
Really
I like
good.
to have.
For sure.
I'm not trying to do hot topics or what's new, but I like to have what people want to talk about, and we can go deeper.
Yeah,
we're gonna have to, because y'all gonna come back. I may say come by the house, put a camera up, and we'll
That's
look
cool.
That's cool.
That's cool.
But
got some red wine.
You still stay out yonder?
I still stay out yonder. Stop.
But
it.
wait. I got the equipment, so we can hook it up.
We can hook it up. But no, but I would love to be. We will all love to be on your podcast.
Definitely.
Oh,
definitely. I would love
Look
to
at
be on
He's
it.
like, what? No,
I'm
we
down.
want to be on Conversations with KG.
Yes, I would
For sure.
definitely.
The podcast. That'd be awesome.
Definitely.
That would be awesome. No,
definitely.
I want to say
Yeah.
thank you to all my Facebook Live people who have having a watch party, who's tuning in. You can watch later. You know where to find me on Instagram and Facebook at Shall We Proceed Podcast. You can also go to my website at shallweproceedpodcast.com. And also you can text me or leave me a message at 832-409-1221. Ask me questions, give me show topics. You want coming like a pimp. You can hit me up in my inbox or text me, and we can work out being on the show or a topic. If you want to be a sponsor, I got you. Thank you for tuning in. I'll be here next week talking about co-parenting relationships.
Oh, Lord.
I love you all. I'll see you next week. Bye.